Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new YouTube channel, RGT Restorations. Now in this channel we're going to be rebuilding a 1972 Honda Cub C90. Now this is all new to me, the video, not so much the bike restoration. I do know a little bit around a motorbike, obviously through doing motocross, piston changes, chain, sprockets, inner tube, tyres, just general maintenance that'll get you through to ride a motorbike. Obviously linkages, taking them apart, re-greasing and stuff like that. So I have got a bit of bike knowledge, but we'll see how this goes because this is my first major restoration job on this wonderful Honda Cub C90, which I'm about to show you around now. So let's have a look round it. So here it is, the Honda Cub C90 1972. I'll just take you for a little walk round first and then we'll go through bits and bobs and see what needs to go, what needs to be changed, etc, etc. Also, if you can hear a noise in the background, that is the little heater over there because it is pretty cold. I've woke up this morning and there is snow on the ground, so my plans for today are limited as I wanted to get this washed down today, but I don't fancy doing it in the cold weather, so we will be doing a few other little bits instead. So if you stay tuned, you'll see what we're about to do. Anyway, let's have a little look around. We've got quite a bit of leaf matter in here, cobwebs, bits of dirt and grime, very, very rusted exhaust, which will be going. I'm going to have to see if I can get an original. If not, we'll have to have a look into that. But you know, there's quite a few things on this bike. First thing that I did look at was the rear mudguard. Now these do tend to go here. And if they do, obviously you have to get another one and you have to get them welded as well, which isn't very good, but this one feels okay. I think we might get away with that. The racking's going. I don't think it should be on the bike unless you want to put shopping on the back. I won't be putting shopping on the back. Few other bits. I think this has been sprayed in the past before. As you can see, there's some kind of paint on there. These shouldn't be this colour, as you can see on here. Not quite sure what this is for. Also around here on the clutch side, this has definitely been painted. You can see on the kickstart, it's very grey, been painted. Also this shred that goes around and holds the front fairing on, that's also been tried to get painted. So let's have a little look around this side. Chain, I think, has seen better days. I'd get 1,000 miles out of that chain still. Only joking. Hubs, I mean, they don't look too bad. Wheels are completely gone. They're going to be gone. So we will be cutting the spokes off, getting the hubs off. We'll get them vapor blasted. We'll also get front hub vapor blasted. Yet again, cut the spokes, they can go. Rims, they can go. There's no way these are going to come back. These are really bad. So, but for a bike that's been sat in a garden for a very, very, very long time, over a couple of tarpaulins, in its condition, I don't think it's too bad. I think it's something I can work with. There's a lot of things that are going to need to get re-chromed, like the top around here. These indicator backs, we're going to get them re-chromed. Airbox cover, we'll get that re-chromed. The shroud that goes over here to keep the fairing on, that's going to get re-chromed. What else have we got? Casings and stuff like that. We'll see how they look once they've been clean and tidied. What else is that? These here, where the forks go into, these will be re-chromed as well. Let's have a little look under the seat. Now, as you can see, there is a lot of cobwebs there. I hope you can see because the seat is now blocking the light. But apart from that, I don't think it's too bad. Now, another thing I did notice, it's still got its original tax disc. June 77, this was last taxed. And I don't think this has done very, very much, because it only has 4,732 miles on it. So, fingers crossed, this engine should be good. Now, like I said previously, my plans were to get this out today, get it all cleaned, washed down, get it back in, get the air hose on it, blow all the water off it, and then start stripping this bike down. But I did think to myself, I think the best thing we could do first is take the front fairing off, put that somewhere safe. That can be cleaned separately on its own. Also, what else? I think I may take the seat off it and go and put that somewhere safe, because don't really, if I can help it, want to be doing much with this seat. I want to try and keep this bike as original as I can, because this is going to be my little show pony. For me and my partner, when we go away in the camper van, this is going to be my little ride around in the summer. So we'll see what it looks like when it's done. So yeah, first thing I think we're going to do today is we're going to get this shroud off. We're going to get the carb off the bike. We're also going to strip the carb down and clean it. I'm going to put some fresh oil in the bike. We'll also have a look if we've got a spark. I know we've got a spark, but when I first picked this bike up, we did not have a spark. I will come to that in the next video and explain how I wasn't getting a spark and then how I now have got a spark. So that's a good thing. Also, there's no fuel in the tank, so this did get drained. I have had a quick look in the tank and it is very, very, very clean. So that is another good thing, but we will go through these bits later on in the video. So I think the first thing we're going to do today then, let's get this shroud off. Right, okay, so the first thing to do is let's get this airbox cover off. Now, it doesn't look too bad. I think this may clean up and get this recrowned. So, nut, 10mm nut and the airbox cover. Now, I know these are only on loosely because I put them on myself, because when I did get the bike, this leg shield wasn't actually on the bike. So I'll put it on for the purpose of the video to see the full bike. Also, I've just remembered there is one thing that's missing on this bike, and I hope you've spotted it, but we'll come to that. So we'll take these two bolts out here and we'll put them somewhere safe. Then with a 17mm spanner, we'll take the arm that goes round and keeps the shroud on the bottom. Not quite sure what it's actually called, but if you know, drop a comment. And also, guys, don't forget to give me a like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you know when another channel's been dropped. Channel? I mean, should I say video, not channel? Like I say, this is all new to me, guys, so give me a bit of space. One thing I will be doing as well, obviously on the bike as I'm going around and stripping stuff down, is I will be taking a lot of pictures. Now, the pictures I will be referring back to if I ever need to, if I don't know where something's going, which I think in my eyes is a good idea. So we will be doing that also as well. So let's take this horseshoey shroud kind of thing on that holds the plastic to the frame. Like I say, I'm not sure what it's called. If you do know, drop a comment in and we'll see what it's called. Everybody else will know then. Put that somewhere safe. Put these nut and washers back on here that hold that shroud on from the frame. And then once I've got this off, we can have a look and see how dirty the engine is. Okay, let's gently remove this. And there is the shroud, the leg protector, sorry, should I say. Now, it doesn't look in bad condition. So, that is a good thing. There's no cracks or anything like that. A couple of scratches here and there, but we'll see if we can clean this one up. And hopefully we can. Like I say, I want to try and keep this as original as I can. So let's put this over here out of the way. Right, now let's take a look at the engine. Yes, that carb definitely needs cleaning. I mean, look at all the soot on it and dirt and grime. All the dirt and grime on here. A bit more rusting round here, you know. It's cosmetic, innit? You know, it's not majorly bad. You know, let's take a look around the other side. Now, I have heard a few things about these spark plug caps with them being metal. Now, I did get told about it saying that these can be a little bit of a problem. So, we will investigate further. Like I say, I did get told that this bike in the rain with a metal cap on somehow seems to ground itself or something along them lines. I'm not 100% sure. There was the other thing. So the chain guard is actually missing off this bike, and I didn't realise until I got it back home that it was missing. So I am going to try and have to source that from somewhere. If anybody knows, drop a comment. So for my next step, we are going to be removing this seat like I said previously. Now this is a 15mm and a 10mm. Sorry you can't see very good. I'm still getting used to the videoing, where to put the camera and what to do with it. So have a laugh if you want, I don't mind. Don't get dropping your nuts either. Here she is. Right, so I think this seat is going to have to go all the way back for me to get this bolt out. Okay, maybe not. But I do notice that I have just noticed one thing, that this racking is definitely going to have to come off to get the seat off. Now, I could have bolted the seat from the base instead, which probably might have been a better solution than doing this. But like I say, this is all new to me, so we will all learn as we go on. I know there's probably blokes screaming at the screen now going, no, you don't do it that way. But it's a learning curve, so we will try. Okay, now we do have the seat off. So I did undo them from here, which I think you can also set your seat so it latches properly by the looks of it. Not quite sure, but that's what I've worked out. If you know, drop a comment in and we'll have a look. So, seat base, not in that much bad condition really, but I will further look into this. But I'll save this for a day when I can't do nothing else on the bike, if I'm waiting for parts or something like that. But I do also know a guy who could actually sort this seat out for me. So stay tuned and I will let you know who that guy is. Now, if you're into your classic bikes, this guy is very, very good at doing seat restorations. So I will let you know shortly. Right, so now we have the seat off, we have the front fairing off, we have the front of the airbox cover off, which I may stick back on just so no stuff gets down it. What else do we have off? So that's what we have off at the minute, and this is what we're looking like. So I do want to get this rack off because I absolutely hate it, I don't like it. So that's definitely got to go. But also we're now going to try and disconnect the carb. We'll get the carb off. I might get the heat gun on this and just try and make it a little bit softer, maybe a little bit easier to get off, because I don't really want to be breaking the airbox. So let's dig into it and let's get the carb off. Also, while I'm at this stage, I think it'd be a good idea to take these side panels off to try and preserve these as well. We don't want to be breaking these either. So we'll take this off. Wow, look at that. It's still got its original toolkit in. How bloody great is that? That's really good, that is. So we'll put this away to safekeeping as well. And we will take off the battery box side next. Obviously I know there's no battery in this because I've had to buy a new one. So these, I mean, these are not in bad condition really. I mean, these will clean and hopefully polish out. So we'll see. We'll put them down with the rest of the bits so we know. Okay, so like I said, next is the carb. Okay, so first things first, before we start taking this carb off, there's one thing that I do want to do, and that is take some pictures on my phone so I know where everything goes when I do rebuild the bike back. So first thing is, let's have a look which way everything routes and everything is fastened to the bike so we know for next time when we come to put everything back on. Also, while I'm down here, we'll be taking photos of the electricals. So, but they're pretty explanatory, everything matches colours, and I'm pretty sure that most green things on a Honda is the earth cable. So we will take some pictures of the wiring. And we'll take some pictures of this side. Okay, now that's done. Let's get this carb off. First things first, I'm going to get a bit of GT85. Just spray them nuts off. I have been spraying this bike as I've been going, so when I first picked it up and I got it into the workshop, first thing I did was go around the whole bike and sprayed every single nut and bolt on this bike, and did that continuously for 2 weeks. So I tried to make my life a lot easier for when it comes to taking nuts and bolts out. So first thing is to get these clips off. which this one's been very awkward. Oh, this is just an overflow anyway, so that's not a problem. Right, let's get the slide out, which I don't think is going to come out without the carb being disconnected. No, okay, that's fine. We'll drop that back in there in its home for now. Slacken these off. And then we need to try and disconnect this air box yet. Slacken them off. Two 10mm bolts. Put them on the magnetic safe so I know where they are. Also, I need to disconnect the fuel lines. Now, on the fuel lines, you can't really see because of the camera being over there, but you have two fuel lines on this, which I will grab the camera in a minute and show you. Now, one is a reserve, as these 1972s I don't think have a reserve on the tap, so they put two fuel lines on, obviously one for your main fuel coming in, and then when you get past that you have a reserve. So I'll grab the camera now and we'll come round and have a look. So as you can see, we have two fuel lines coming from the tank. Top one's the main one for your fuel, and I'm pretty certain that the bottom one is the reserve for it. So let's take this nut off. We can drop the airbox off, take the carb off. Bit more GT85 on that nut there, which is a Phillips, I think. Yeah, that's it. Also, guys, if you don't know, Hondas, any Jack bikes, you should get yourself a pair of these, or should I say pair? They're actually a set of four. Now these are JIS screwdrivers. JIS meaning Japanese Industrial Standards. So, okay, so let's have a quick look at the carb. Like I say, it's very, very, very dirty. And the choke works, so that's a good thing. So that opens and closes. I don't know if you can see inside there. Doesn't look too bad inside. I am going to strip this down and give it a good clean. Clean all the jets, pilot jet, main jet. Give it all a good clean up. And then we will stick it back on the bike and see if we can get the bike started. Stay tuned, guys. Please give us a like, a subscribe, and hit that ring bell for the next notification when the next video comes out. All your support is much appreciated, guys. Like I say, this is all new to me. This is a new beginning. Something I've always wanted to do is strip down motorbikes and give them basically a new lease of life. So thanks for watching, guys. Wait for the next channel to come out. See you in the next one.